Hi everybody, this is Alchymyst02, and I'm back again with another anime review. Sorry that the last time when I was doing my review of Ramona and Beezus that didn't work out so well, but I'll record that again, don't worry about it. Anyway, I just recently watched only 2 episodes of a terrible anime called Kitty Girl and. You've got Lumiere and Eclair in the very first episode, but they are promptly blown up after they save this planet that's about to go supernova, and they use their powers in order for the whole universe not to be destroyed in the wake of this massive explosion. But being a fan of the original video animation of Kitty Grade, I absolutely loathed this. This was just... I really don't know what adjective to use to describe the series. I only got up into episode 2 and I couldn't watch it anymore. It was just... it was terrible. There was no plot. There was really no development of the characters. It just was a bunch of fan service and girls looking pretty and explosions and armor being used to make a dragon beast out of I don't know what. I mean, huh? I was just watching this and I was thinking, okay, but I didn't care for it at all, so I've decided to sell it to my local half-price bookstore. So if you see Kitty Girl and on the shelves that's in Malaysian, then you know that it was mine and that I hated it. And if you're a Kitty Grade fan, then I would avoid this like the plague. It's just... ugh, terrible. Just, in the words of Jay Sherman, it stinks. Ugh. Gag me. Anyway, moving on. I just started watching Kujibuki Unbalanced, and this is the I think this is just a different type of a series, because I have the OVA and I have the original Ganshiken. And for those of you who are familiar with the Ganshiken, know that Kujibuki Unbalanced was the anime that the characters watched. And to be honest with you, I just watched the first episode of it, and I absolutely adore it. It's just, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's enjoyable, it keeps you intrigued, and I like all the characters. I really enjoy these characters. I know them from the original video animation, but getting introduced to new characters and coming into the series in a different perspective is all the more refreshing to me, and I just think it's very entertaining. And if you're a fan of the original, I would definitely check it out. And I'm going to watch the Ganshiken OVA too, because I just love Ganshiken, love it to death, and can relate quite a bit to it, even though I do have a life, so don't run away screaming from me. But let me move on to what I've been doing recently. First of all, I've been studying my Tokusatsu, because I'm taking anatomy and physiology, and this is my last week. So I've got this lab test coming up tomorrow, which is over integumentary system, muscles, and nervous. And I've been dreaming about these things in my sleep. My poor brain. My imagination has been like this since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, so it's been kooky. But had I not been gifted with this imagination, I would not be the scriptwriter that I am today. So hopefully one of these days my imagination won't be taken for granted, God willing. But you know, if it does, it does. It's really not that big of a deal. I write for the enjoyment of it. I like to tell stories, and I love to weave a good tale and to create characters that are believable, even if the realm that I'm creating may not be, even if it's fantastical or sci-fi or whatever it may be. It's just something for me to do that I think is very entertaining and enjoyable and satisfying, to be quite honest with you. I'm writing a script called The Dream Thief, and it's actually, I think it's becoming one of the longest scripts I've ever written. Thus far, it's a fantasy romance, so it should be a lot of fun once I finish it. But I've come to the part where it's to the culmination of what my main villain decides to do with his existence, and after he's fallen head over heels for a girl from our realm, the mortal realm. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm also working on, well, I haven't really started this one yet, but it's called the Octagon Society, and I got a lot of the idea from that out of Carlos Castaneda's books, if you've ever read any of his books. And I like his method of thinking, and it's basically a story of good versus evil, and these characters who have been around for millennia, who basically help other people, and they do it out of their own free will and because of their altruism. It's just their personalities are geared that way, and they don't do it because they don't do it because they have to. They do so because they enjoy it, and they are both parties are rewarded in the end, which is, there is truth to that when healers work, because it will benefit both parties that are involved. So that is factual. But you know, I'm not going to go too terribly much into Octagon Society since it's something that I'm working on. But I'm also working on a fan fiction based on Despicable Me, which is called Full Circle. But that's kind of on the back burner right now, and I'm also working on a fan fiction that is a Tailspin fan fiction I'm writing with Huey Lewis, and it has two elements in it. It has the human element from World War II, and then a fantasy sci-fi element that's mixed into it when a portal opens. But I'm not going to get too terribly much into that because it's more his project than mine, but it's a joint collaborative effort on the both of us. But anyway, that's basically what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my review of Ramona and Visas just a little bit after this. So catch you on the flip side. Stay tuned to my channel.